Friends, good morning to all of you. In today's class, we are going to learn about the Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion. Okay. According to this law, to any action there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Just right. To any action there is always equal and opposite reaction. That is F12 is equal to minus F21, where F12 force on particle 1 with respect to second, force on first body with respect to second as action. Then and F21 is force on second body with respect to first as reaction. Okay, the two forces are always acted on the different bodies. Okay, as we understood by this statement. Okay, now first write force in the nature always occurs in pairs. Force in the nature always occurs in the pair. That is, a single isolated force is not possible. A single isolated force is not possible. Second point, action and reaction not act on the same body if it were do so then the net force acting on the body is always zero. That is the body will always remains in equilibrium. Okay, next देखिए law of conservation of linear momentum. Consequence of the third law is we can able to walk on the floor because of this third law. Okay, some examples are a swimmer can swim because of this third law. Okay, next is law of conservation of linear momentum. Right, देखिए, if no external force acting on a system of particles, if no external force acting on a system of particle called isolated system, of constant mass, the total momentum of the system is always conserved or remain constant. Okay, so according to this law, if a system has n particle with their momentum p1, p2, p3 and so on, we get the total momentum or sum of the total momentum is constant. Okay, as we know that the value of P is equal to m into V. By using this relation for each particle, we get m1 vector v1, m2 vector v2, m3 vector v3 and so on is constant. Okay, this is law of conservation of linear moment. Okay, now the law of conservation of linear momentum gives us the Newton's third law. Just we derive it for the two system of particles. Newton's third law by Newton's third law of motion by law of linear moment, conservation of momentum. Okay, consider a two particle system. Consider a two particle system of mass m1 and m2 respectively. Okay, have momentum P1 and P2. Therefore, according to law of conservation of momentum, we get P1 plus P2 is constant. Okay, now we have the value of each. P is mv. By using this here for the different particles, we get m1 vector v1, m2 vector v2 is equal to a constant. Okay, now differentiating this last equation with respect to time. We get let's say equation first. equation first differentiated with respect to time or t, we get m1 dv1 upon dt plus m2 dv2 upon dt is equal to 0 because d over dt, any constant, is 0. Okay, that is why this value becomes 0. And you know that this is m1, ratio of the velocity 1 to time is vector a1 plus m2, this is vector a2 equal to 0. Okay, now this value become F1, force of particle 1 plus force of particle 2 equal to 0. That we get this F1 is equal to minus F2, which is the third law of Newton. Okay. And this gives the actual law of motion. Clear? Done? देखिए particle application of law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. Okay, right. When a man jumps out a boat on the shore, the boat is pushed slightly away from the shore. The boat is pulled slightly away from the shore. Here, just understood, here when the person is jumps from the boat, it applies a force as an action. Okay, and the shore, the boat is pushed away in the shore as an reaction. So the person is jumps out on the surface. Okay, right. Next, a person left on a frictionless surface, a person left on a frictionless surface can get away from it, by blowing air through his mouth. By blowing air through his mouth, or by throwing some object, in a direction opposite to the direction which he wants to move. Okay, this is possible due to the conservation of linear momentum, and this gives an idea that there is, for every action we get equal and opposite reaction. Okay, next is very most important topic, recoiling of gun. Now the next is recoiling velocity of gun. According to the law of conservation of momentum, for the initial case when the bullet is not fired from the gun, the total momentum of the gun is 0. That is momentum of gun plus momentum of bullet, as the total isosystem is constant, taken as 0. Here this P is given by mv. When v, velocity of gun initially when the bullet is not fired from it, is 0, that is P is 0, it is taken here. Now if we consider the mass of gun is mg, mass of bullet is mb, velocity of gun is vb, and velocity of bullet is vb, then according to the equation first, we get mgvb plus mbvb is equal to 0 as per law of conservation of momentum. Here on solving we get the velocity of gun, or which is called as the recoiling velocity of gun, is equal to minus vb upon mb upon mg. Here it is observed that the velocity of gun is inversely proportional to the mass of gun. That means as heavier the gun, its recoiling is smaller. Okay. Now as the gun is fired by a soldier or a person, then person with the gun is taken as isolated system. For this isolated system, the total mass is equal to mass of gun plus mass of person. So the recoil velocity of gun is inversely proportional to the mass of gun plus mass of man. देखिए रॉकेट